to get started. All right. Okay, so today's thing is a Dear Kev on Stage. If you want to send me a question that you want me to answer, just send it to me, KevOnStage@gmail.com, and I'll answer it. And if you don't want to be anybody to know anything that it's you, just say, Kev, please leave me anonymous. For the most part, I don't give people's names in the broadcast, okay? Because I like to protect the innocent. Amen? Today's question is very short. It says, Dear Kev, 14 years old, and I want to know, I'm 14 years old and I'm a virgin, and I want to know if oral sex is really sex. I want to remain a virgin, and I want to just know, is having oral sex considered having sex? Okay? So here's my thing. 14, y'all, why are y'all surprised? Why are y'all surprised that people is thinking about sex at 14? This ain't back in the 1970s, 80s when we was coming up. What y'all think is all that Snapchat and Instagram DMs and nudes? What y'all think, you think kids ain't over here looking at boobs and butt on Pornhub? It's real in these streets. Y'all better get with the program. People be losing their virginity at 6 months old as a baby. They be seeing other babies in daycare and be like, hey, baby, what's up, baby? Y'all better get surprised. We didn't have Snapchat. You know how hard it was for me? I had to actually see a naked girl when I was a kid. Okay? Now, somebody said oral sex is the devil. I didn't say all that. I didn't say all that because the marriage bed is undefiled. You ain't finna have me, ain't nobody said oral sex is of the devil. Let's just pump the brakes here. Let's just pump the brakes here. Because ain't nobody said oral sex is of the devil. Now, we got two questions to answer. All right? If you're married, you ain't going to tell me what oral sex is of the devil. You can eat of this garden and taste of the lawns. And I'm eating garden. Oh, yeah. Let's just back up. Let's back up. Because if oral sex is of the devil, I'm going to have to petition before the Lord. Father, why you, Jesus, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. So anyway, kid is 14 years old. Listen, guys, Snapchat, like I was saying, when I was a kid, I would have had to actually get a tape with pornography on it or a magazine. These kids can, if they got an iPhone, all they got to do is type in Pornhub.com and they've seen boobs and butt. Okay, so 14 is like, in these years, you just got to add 7 years to what kids are. He's a 14-year-old boy. 14-year-old boy. So if he's 14, when you add Snapchat and iPhone, he's 21. Okay, he's 21. I think you can get pregnant at 14. You know, there's porn all over Twitter, Vine, Instagram, everything. Okay, so let me ask y'all before I get into my point. If you think oral sex is sex, give me a green check mark emoji. If you don't think it's sex, give me an X. And if you don't have emojis, just type check or X. Because I want to see what y'all think before I give my point of view. If it's sex, check mark. Okay, check, check, check. I got Mookie on an iPad mini. Be careful, Yazzie. Check, check, check. You can get pregnant at 12. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. So far, nobody don't think it's not sex. Check, 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 check. It's in the name. Hey, Mahoney Cheyenne, it's in the name. Yeah. Storm Cloud, check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. All y'all. Purpose Living, you got to hash that egg. Check, 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 check. One person, Dexter, don't think it's sex. This is probably the person who sent it. Sound check. 2 people don't think it's sex. 3 people, Lindsay, 23, don't think it's sex. MK Bailey don't think it's sex. Here's a couple of points I want to make. Thank y'all for your feedback. If you can get a sexually transmitted disease from the act, then you got to consider it a sexual act. Can you get a sexually transmitted disease from oral sex? Yeah, you can. If they got herpes and you go down and lick that herp, now you got the herp. You got the herp too. I didn't know. Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. The more you know. Kissing is a sexual act. I guess it's a sexual act. It's not necessarily sex, because you can't get an STD from sex. I mean, from kissing. You can get mono. Okay? People was be out here trying not to, am I still a virgin? You can't be asking me that. Can't possibly be asking me that. Here's how I feel about it. If at the end of said act or during said act, you can reach a climax, that's a sexual act. Oral sex is as sexual of an act as a transactional vaginal mesh sex. Some people prefer oral sex over regular sex. You can get that hurt. It's just as much of a sexual act as regular transactional sex. Okay? You can reach a point of climax, that's sex. As is masturbation. Masturbation is just solo sex. Okay, there was a girl we knew, a friend of mine knew back in the day, who was telling people she was a virgin, but she was going out here having anal sex all the time. She was like, I'm a virgin because I've only had anal. Ma'am, your booty is wider than all outside. Your booty is like the door that they open when you go to Jiffy Lube to get a oil change. It's open. It's a garage. Your booty is a airplane hangar door, wide open. Ma'am, you just haven't had vaginal sex, but you've been sexed out. Poop slid out. Whoa, I didn't even know. Your farts ain't made noise in 7 years. It's just, everything is, the door is open. Okay? Wide open, Yazzie, like a big circle. Looking like a basketball hoop. Ma'am, here's what I don't like, guys. Here's what I don't like. I don't like when people lie to themselves, okay? If you want to say, look, I'm going to just have oral sex because I want to have sex, but I don't want to get pregnant, okay. But don't try and lie to yourself or us and say you aren't having sex or you ain't a virgin. If you've had oral sex, you ain't a virgin no more. You just haven't had a particular type of sex. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, guys. Because you can't get help until you admit that you are at a point. People be out here lying to themselves. Oh, it's just anal for me. I'm still safe. No. Kissing is not sex. Kissing is an act that can lead to sex. If the activity is happening with body parts that can be covered up by a bathing suit, that's a sexual act. If your bathing suit, if you go to Wild Waves or Six Flags and you got to cover that part of the bathing suit, if that part's covered up, then that's sex. That's sex. And oral sex is in the title. I hate to break it to you. If you were, here's a question you want to ask yourself. If you were having oral sex and the rapture came, what do you think would happen? If you went straight from oral sex and the rapture happened and then you was in line in Judgment Day, would you be nervous? Would you be nervous? If you just went from straight to oral sex and the rapture happened, thunder crack, boom, and now you're in line and God's like, what's up, fam? You're like, is this Judgment Day? Is this Judgment Day? Yeah, this is Judgment Day. What were you doing? I'm legally blind. I cannot see. Sex. How am I arguing two different points, Ken? How? How am I arguing two different points? Ken said I'm arguing two different points. I would love to understand how I'm arguing two different points. I don't think I'm arguing two different points. I think I'm arguing one point. The question was, is oral sex sex? And the answer is yes. That's the point that I'm arguing. I'm sitting in my car. How am I arguing two different points? How? I didn't say oral sex was wrong. If you're married, I don't say it's wrong. I didn't say it was wrong if you're married. I never said oral sex was wrong. Folks be trying to rationalize. Hey, I didn't say anything about wrong. We're trying to clarify. The question was, is oral sex sex? I'm answering it. Another question that popped in is if you're, shut up. If you're a virgin or not. I don't know. I feel like if you've had oral sex, you're not a virgin. I don't know how else. I'm thinking about it right now. If you've had oral sex, whether you reach a climax or not, if you had oral sex, I feel like you're not a virgin anymore. I feel like a virgin, I don't know what the dictionary says, but I feel like it means no sexual act of any kind. I feel like you can kiss and not be a virgin, but I don't, what's crazy, Ken? What's crazy? For me, with my virginity, let's look about it like this. If your child came to you and said, I had oral sex, am I a virgin or not? What would you say to your child? I'd say you're not a virgin anymore. That's what I would say. I'd say you're not a virgin anymore. If my kid said, hey, Dad, I had oral sex, or this girl oral sex to me, am I a virgin? I'd be like, no. But he was like, I didn't put it in the vagina. I was like, well, then you just haven't had vaginal sex, but you're not a virgin. That's what I would tell my kid. You haven't had an act. You're not a virgin. You're no longer pure. You're tainted. Virginity equals purity. We've all been sexually impure, whether it be physically or mentally. I don't know. If you've seen a nude, I don't know that makes you not a virgin, though. The dictionary says untouched. The innocence is lost with oral sex. Yeah. A virgin, a person who has never had sexual intercourse. I feel like oral sex is sexual intercourse, so I would say the fact that if a virgin has oral makes them not a virgin is crazy. Sex means intercourse. Oral sex is intercourse. Ken, I don't know what else you call it. It ain't flag football. It ain't flag football. Some people married only reach orgasm through oral sex. So are you saying that they're not having sex? Sex is more than just pee and vagine. Peen and vagine. It ain't outer course. It ain't flag football. They ain't baking cookies. They ain't out here playing patty cake. If she gives oral, she's not a virgin. I think she's not a virgin. If you give somebody oral sex and it's not performed on you, I still think that's a sexual act. You ain't out here flying a kite. You ain't out here making mud pies. Ken, if you don't think it's intercourse, what do you think it is? Pray tell. If oral sex is not sexual intercourse, please explain to me what you think it is. Please tell me. Because you ain't playing in Play-Doh. You hear me? You ain't trimming hedges. You ain't filling up water in a pool. You're having sex. Now, if you need to rationalize that to yourself to make you feel better, do what you want to do. But that don't make it right. Just because you can rationalize it, don't make it right. I can't block him. He's my friend. Ken has immunity from being blocked. I've known him since he was 9 years old. And he's had the same opinion. And he's never explained to me if oral sex isn't sex, then what it is. You're experiencing other things, but you're not having real sex. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Y'all just want to go out here and I sucked a little peen, but I ain't handled the sex. Nah. Then would you be ashamed of it if it came out in video? No, we're not basing women's virginity on if she has a hymen or not. By definition, insertion of a penis in the vagina is intercourse, but oral sex is sex, yes. Oral sex is being sexually active. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Not real sex, or what is it, fake sex? Is masturbation sex? I think masturbation is a sexual act, yes. Sexual intercourse, sexual contact between individuals involving penetration, especially insertion. Virgins like flaunting their purity rings and certificate but have lusted a hole in their brain. I don't think we're talking about lust, though. We're not talking about lust. I think you can be a virgin and still have lusted, but the fact that you haven't acted on it means you're still a virgin. I think. You may not be completely pure, but you're still a virgin. This is why Bill Clinton said that. I have not had sexual relations with that woman. Come on, Bill. If you think masturbation isn't sex, you ain't doing it right. I don't know what else to tell y'all. If you think I'm wrong, I don't know what else to say. Move your car then. I wasn't gonna hit you anyway. So your honk was unwarranted. Oral sex is not foreplay. Ken, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Foreplay? You think oral sex is foreplay? Man, you're out of your mind. And I'm not even going to go there with you. Foreplay? Foreplay, touching of the nippoline region. It's rubbing a booty. Oral sex ain't foreplay. Oral sex is full play. Ken be out here being crazy. Oral sex is foreplay. Okay, here, let me explain this to you. Ken, you come home and your daughter is oral sexing a little boy, you gonna come in and be like, oh, look at y'all foreplaying. No! You in there having sex. Or you come in there and your son is having licks laid upon him. You ain't gonna be like, oh, you're foreplaying. No, that's a full play. First down. Foreplay. Boy. They done had full sex, climax and all. You talking about that's a little foreplay. What's the whole game then? I don't know what type of... You're talking outside your butt, Ken. You're talking out the side of your neck now. I never said you said it was okay, Ken. I'm saying your definitions are crazy talk. That's what I'm saying. Crazy talk. The connection's bad. It'll be back. It'll be back. Am I back? Let me know where I'm at. 1 or 2. There we go. That's a home run. I'm not talking about wrong or wrong. We're trying to classify. We're trying to classify here now. Come on. Bases, I don't know what bases are. We just have to agree to disagree. You're twisting my words. You should have never chimed in. When. I should have never chimed in. I'm a baby. I should have never. You're going to be mad. You twisted my words. How am I twisting your words? I ain't twisting your words. I'm saying the exact thing you said. You said it was foreplay. I said it was foreplay. How's that twisting your words? That's verbatiming your words. Y'all gotta understand, Ken, my little brother. I've known Ken since he was 9 years old. I can call him a little baby. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna whoop me, though. You're twisting my words. Keep your charms to yourself. I never said you are condoning oral sex. I never said that. I think you are identifying it. I never said you said it was okay. So take the violin off your chin and quit playing. Everyone is mixing the word wrong and oral sex. Oral sex is wrong, but it's not sex. I never said oral sex was wrong. Oral sex is just fine inside of marriage. You're twisting my words. Forget about it, Ken. Just get out of here. Scram! Get! Is there a comment or a question? I went on early because I gotta catch a flight on later, and I don't know that I'll be able to go on later. And I want to make sure I touch base with y'all. Is there a comment or a question? So you 14-year-old guy who wrote me, Kev, there's your answer, man. Comment or a question? This is how folks get STIs and thinking oral sex ain't sex. There's a comedian, Billy Sorrells, who has a funny joke about this. You out here thinking you ain't having sex and you swallowed the disease. You done swallowed herpes and you can't even swallow good. His joke is so funny. You done swallowed the disease. But I didn't have sex. You got herpes in your esophagus. What did you have? What did you have? 14 don't have sex. It's illegal. Ain't nobody listening to no crime. Just because things are illegal don't stop nobody from doing it. Yeah, I read Zola's story. It's a form of sex, but that doesn't mean you're not a virgin. I don't know. I think if you had oral sex, you're not a virgin. Question, please tell me King can't be serious. I wish I could. He's dead serious. He's got a reprobated mind. He's got a reprobated mind. You can be a virgin and do handsy stuff? Handsy stuff is funny. I don't know. Handy, this is a funny word. Well, Kev, I don't know. If you just had somebody touch your genital organs, I don't know. I don't know if handsy stuff is virgin, if it makes you a virgin or not. If you're going to be a virgin and want to say it that way, don't put yourself in that position. Yes, exactly. Handsy stuff, you know. Handsy stuff, guys. Hey, man. That's handsy stuff. Get out of there with your handsy stuff. No handsy stuff over here. Y'all good. I love y'all. Y'all make the best audience ever. And I know I'm on early. No handsy stuff. No funny business. You over there having handsy stuff and funny business. You know how I feel about handsy stuff and funny business. You over there fooling around. Milking the cow. Don't shake more than 3 times. You shake more than 3 times, you're playing with yourself. You know it. Oh, yeah. You're doing handsy stuff. King gonna be in here angry. You guys are twisting my words. You're twisting my words. My words are twisted. Is Ken gone? He's probably mad. Nobody understands me. Alright, I gotta go, y'all. Don't do no hands and stuff. God bless y'all. Keep y'all. Maybe I'll be on later. I don't know. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow with my brother, Jason. Because he's my brother. God bless you. God keep you. He'll text me, Yazzie123. See y'all at the conference.